However, I'm here early because I have a new toy, a Steiner Nighthunter S35. It's a 640 resolution thermal weapon sight that I'm going to be testing out this evening. Carpicanus, it is just before sundown and I'm watching coyotes out in the pastures at various distances. This one's out there at 545 yards. Now, something interesting to note, the recorded version of the video does not include the colors of the crosshairs or show the picture-in-picture aspect that this unit has. So the crosshairs always look white despite the fact that I'm actually using red crosshairs. Now there's another coyote way out there at 730 yards. Looks like it's about a single pixel dot on the view screen. You may actually have to blow up this image in order to see that coyote. The cows are about 545 yards. And I've got another coyote coming in from the left-hand side, and that's going to join up pretty close to the original coyote I spotted. In the meantime, there's a house out there at about 1,400 yards, just to give you an idea of some of the capabilities of the scope. And there are the two coyotes. For tonight, I'm not using this as a rifle scope, however. It is mounted on a tripod, and I'm using it as a spotting scope and also to record this hunt. I've got a coyote coming in from some distance away. I've been watching it for a while. It's in the opposite direction of the other coyotes that you've seen. And just to give you some idea of what's going on in this image, we've got some cattle out there at about 1,200 to 1,400 yards that are not in danger. Then I've got a tank that's at about 400 yards, and I've got the coyote between us and the tank. Now those cattle aren't in any danger because I'm up on a hill actually shooting downhill at this coyote. And the cattle in the distance are actually about 20 feet in elevation higher than I am. So let's say for a moment that I was hunting cattle at that distance starting at 1,200 yards. I would need about 63 feet of additional elevation held above the cattle in order for my shot to make it there. I don't think with me shooting downhill towards a coyote that a ricochet off the ground has any chance of going that far. The bullet's going to be destabilized. It's probably going to be deformed to a certain extent after hitting the ground, and it's just not going to travel far enough in order to be able to come in contact with the cattle at all. Watch what happens here. The coyote is hit. Then I notice the power going off in my scope. That's the alarm system from the recorder letting me know that there is no signal from the scope. I'm going through reattaching all the cables, making sure everything's connected properly, getting power back on, and all the while this coyote isn't running. Power's come back up in the scope. Got it turned on, zoomed in, and I've still got a target. And I hit it a second time.
Brass Catcher by Tactical Brass Recovery.
You know, ricochets always sound bad, but when you can hear the noise of the ricochet, that means that it is out of balance. It is bleeding off energy, bleeding off velocity, and distance. Sounds like at least 4 of those shots connected, and they kind of made a mess of the coyote. However, for the tumble upon impact bullets to work their best, they need enough medium to pass through in order to tumble, and I don't think that they're finding that with coyotes. The coyotes are just going to be too small. So I didn't review my video before going out looking for this coyote. I knew it was somewhere behind one of these tufts of grass, and I can't find it. And what I don't realize is that it's actually hidden inside of a tuft of grass, and I've walked by it multiple times now. Go back and I reviewed the video, figure out where it is, and here it is hidden in the tuft of grass.